I love my old rugged flag. Don't talk about my rugged old flag like that. There's a song literally about that. Yes. Happy birthday, America. Happy birthday, Jeep family. Neil with SFJ4x4.com, and this is your Tech Tuesday update. We are lean, mean, and going crazy into July. We have some really cool things happening, and we're going to tell you about those today here. We're starting at the back of the shop. I'm going to carry my Old Glory around with me the whole time because that's important in this very day and age, and that we remember what that's about. So we have the Beach Cruiser out back here. We've got the Renegade, which is coming along very nicely. And out of our 4 CJs in the Resto mod corner, this is the one that's going to leave the soonest. We've got our final fit and finish on the wheel tire, on the windshield cowl. We're going to test the fuel pump here in the very near future and finalize the wiring for the Jeep. And that one should be leaving sooner than later. We have the hashtag not a restoration. It is coming along beautifully. We have the exhaust off, headed off to ceramic coat and powder coat some of the parts and pieces that are on the axles. All the lines are ran. We're getting ready to plumb up the shocks. The hub assemblies on the front are installed. Brake parts are in, and we're making good headway on that. The 52 M38 that a lot of people had saw the initial video, that is going to be headed off for powder coat. The engine is back from the machine shop, so we're ready to keep rocking and rolling on that piece. Scott, the mad scientist, if you're familiar with our business and the podcast, he is working on some really cool transmission transfer case rebuilds for these vintage Jeeps. One that's a loose assembly for a customer, but then he's got a couple for the Resto mods here. Behind the Savage here, who's running the camera, we've got this sweet Jeep. This one is the one up from Texas. We did the engine transmission in it, Jasper, and it is back in for just a little bit of fine tuning through a couple codes, a little cantankerous, but we'll figure it out, and pretty simple things. Got a small evap leak, and that happens with the Jeeps as they start to age, but otherwise it is doing wonderfully, and we salute this gentleman. He is one of our servicemen that we take care of, and he's off right now, and so we thank him for his service, and we're taking care of his Jeep for him while he's gone. As we move down this line, we have a red, we have a white, and there is a blue out in the parking lot, so that's pretty cool. This red one is a very cool application. It's got a couple roller wheels and tires on it right now. Funny thing we learned about this one. So customer called in and he wanted a re-gear package and kind of suspension correction. He was starting to get some shakes and shimmies in the steering wheel. It's a super clean Jeep, and he wanted a big brake kit on it. You know, the one thing we didn't talk about, despite the fact that it is like a 15, 16, 17. We didn't ask what size wheels and tires he had. You know what wheels and size tires he had? He had 16s. You know what doesn't work with big brakes and steer smart steering? 16s. So, wheel tire package, yay! Right now we're waiting to figure out which direction he wants to go, but in the meantime, the big brakes are on, the steering's in, and JKS track bars front and rear. Yukon gears, 456, open carrier, all plumbed and ready to go. So that Jeep is ready to leave here soon. Between these two, this is a familiar one from a local customer of ours. Oh yeah, that feels nice. I'll take the fan every day. Let's see if I can get it to blow Old Glory here. All right, so this is a cool two-door. I love the Toyo tires, the black Rhino, the red rims on it. We actually took off seat covers. We added a cool shift knob. We're doing rear brakes and set 10 axle bearing assembly. JKS kit on here. This particular Jeep is the Icon build. So that is a 4.5-inch Icon suspension. It's got Fox Resis in the front. They're not available for the rear right now, but we'll be upgrading those here sooner than later. It's getting a full ARB, up-down air, PSC, hydraulic, hydro assist steering. It's got a very cool Icon, their Impact Series rear bumper and tire carry. It has an impact bumper going on the front as well. And it's gonna have Gen-Right flares and liners, fishbone sliders, and this piece, like many of the ones that we do, Ultimate 44 from Dana Corporation. And so this thing's ready to rock and roll. We're gonna wrap some really beautiful, actually it's hanging on the back right there, Nitto Ridge Grapplers, 37, 12.5, 13.5 on 17s with Fuel Zephyr true bead locks. Super cool build. Make sure you check out those wheels as we pass. Yeah, she's a beaut. She's a beaut. You see that one is, I got the Laguna Beach. That's a pretty cool one. California plate there. We'll head outside. Once we're outside, we have some Jeeps that are in for general maintenance. We've got a cylinder 3 misfire. We've done a coil. We scoped the cylinders. We've done a lot of diag on that particular one. And I think we're onto something there. We have a TJ from the Pennsylvania-West Virginia border tucked around the side. We've got the beautiful blue. That particular Jeep is getting an IROC off-road lift kit, Fox shocks, 35s, Dirty Life wheels, super clean, nice. It's gonna have a great ride to it. It's gonna be a beautiful Jeep when we're done. The yellow, which is the Eugene the Jeep, you've seen that one around a couple times. We've been working on that one for several months. I love it. Davey just took it down to the harbor and did a nice cinematic. Watch for that one coming out here very soon. And we've got a little bit of fit and finish work left to do on that one. Big thing is, I was unhappy with the steering. That's the reality of the situation. It has nothing to do with the mechanical linkage. It has to do with a flow valve rate of the power steering pump to the actual gear itself. Big shout out to PSC for stepping up and, you know, helping us out with that process. So we've got some other parts to go on there. See if we can make that steering a little more responsive to what we're used to. And we'll get that cleaned up and trimmed up for that particular customer. We got to get that beautiful Motobilt bumper powder coated. We can't get people to powder coat right now. That's crazy, but that's what we're running into. And our powder coat people are all jammed up just like anybody else is in the country. You see the Savages, wicked little Chevrolet there. You know what I know. And we have just couple project vehicles and small work here tucked away in the corner. We're getting ready, cleared out the lot, try to make it look nice. We've got a big parade coming up for the 4th of July. I hope by the time you're seeing this, you know, that you got a chance to participate in something fun, whether you were out wheeling, whether you were out doing a parade, making people happy with your Jeep. I hope that you had a great time. I hope you had an opportunity to really celebrate what makes America awesome. It's so important in the crazy times that we live. So if you saw something that is really cool, let us know. If you want to know more about a particular product, let us know. And if you want to get on our schedule, we are booking into fall 22 at this point. So it's important that if you have any interest in doing something, you get on the action now because we're doing the best we can with what we've got. The team here is working super hard. We're dealing with all the part stuff and the temperatures and the droughts and all the craziness, and we're making people happy with our Jeeps, with their Jeeps, and that's really what it's about. So until then, happy 4th of July and Jeep on.